All
That would
right,
be
guys.
stupid. I might have to leave and rejoin. Well, not.
Welcome to part
Hello.
3
What?
of Heart of the Sea. Last session, you guys went through a very magical maze, so to say. You guys discovered a puzzle within the maze following a statue of one Dothorian Glim, having you put up certain hand gestures and body postures to open up the door in the center. Upon getting there, you guys are met with a giant tree, who is Dothorian Glim himself, harnessing the power of the compass, greeting all the magic that resides inside of it to himself. You then decide the best course of action is to relinquish the compass from him by force. In a fireball of glory, you guys set him on fire, engulfing him in flames and insta-killing him. Upon that happening, you guys take the compass and you run out of the maze. But you're not alone. You've met some companions on the way. 2 woodland sprites. One you've dubbed the name of Jim, and the other of Sure, short for shrub. You bring them along together, and you finally make it back to your ship. But this is just the start of this trial and tribulation, as you still, by contest rules, are required to bring the compass back to Origin Isles to rightfully claim your prize, the compass. And who knows, there might be an addition to it as well. So, as the sun grows high and you all are catching your bearings, we find ourselves sitting in the boat just mere moments after making it to it, as the woods of this small little island are going up in flames. The fate of the boggles and creatures that live on it are unknown.
Fuck the boggles.
These are
Those
the
boggles in their
causes
gum.
Yeah, fuck them.
of
Boggle
your
gum gum.
actions. So, let's set the scene. As waves crash against your ship, a salty mist blows through the air. In the warmth of a blazing glory behind you, you can see ash blowing through the wind as the island behind you is engulfed. You sit here with the compass in hand, overlooking the other islands that sit just on the coast of Origin Isles. You see that some ships are moving, some are sinking, and others anchored by the bottleneck leading back into the port. You don't know what lies in the waters or what troubles you may have, but you have 2 options: to take the compass and your prize and set forth to open seas, or head back to Origin Isles to see what this tournament was really all about. As you guys are catching your bearings, you hear in the distance, boom, 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 as cannons shoot off. You see 2 ships and a nearby island fighting each other. A large swell of water billows out in the middle of the water. You can't tell what it is, but if it's a creature, it's big.
I'm below deck with Jim and Sure, making sure. Are they reacting to this at all? Are they?
They are kind of sheltered from the sounds outside, but they definitely are new to a lot of the noises going on outside. As
Don't forget they're in
Jim
their
kind of
sick
says to
pile.
you, he's like, I've never really left my island before, and I don't know what's to be had. But as long as I'm with you, I know that I'm gonna be fine. And wouldn't you say so, sure? Because I know that if we leave, we're okay with you guys, right? Where are
Yes,
you
of
jumping?
course. Um.
I'll just
Uh. Jim. Yes, of course. You guys stay down here. I'm just going to check above deck with my companions to make sure that everything is okay. And I start making my way up to look for any of my companions to say, gentlemen, what is our plan here?
Oh, I'm not the captain.
Oh, Kiz,
Don't me.
we got two options. We can put this to a democratic vote. A, head back in and see what we get for this compass. B, pillage those two ships over there fighting it out. Get the element of surprise on them.
Well, I can't say that I am not interested in pillaging, but to be honest, we did only sign up for this compass, so I think it may be best to get off while we can. We don't know how strong they are, or what they're capable of, but we have in the bag what we will get for going back to shore.
Everyone else?
I like pillaging.
1-1. Lim.
Pillaging might be nice, but I'm kind of dinged up.
Yes, I do. Well, let's just say if one of you punched me, there is a good chance that I would fall unconscious. So I am not in the place to fight anybody at the moment. I don't know about you all.
Could use a little nappy poo. Anybody else?
Jacques, how do you feel?
I'm ready for round 2 if you ask me myself, but I'm not going to put you all in harm's way if you're all not up for a fight.
Yeah, speaking from experience, and I look at my cloak that covers some of my my studded leather underneath, cover like still singed at the bottom from holding Jim running through the fire maze, and I have 2 HP. So I don't know if that I would be much help at all. I think for myself, I would not be very fruitful in combat if we went to well, combat them as well.
We'll sail us back towards home and y'all can rush up on the way.
That is something I will definitely take you up on, and I'll have to yes. I just kind of go back down to below deck.
As you go down below deck, you can hear Jim kind of talking to you through the wooden boards of the ship, which is the entire ship itself. So you kind of hear his voice echo throughout the ship as he's talking to you. So what is our plan? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna be in trouble? Are we gonna go back? What's gonna happen?
Jim, that is a great question. We are not going to be in trouble. I think everything is going to be okay. We're going to go home, enjoy ourselves, and rest. You know what? I have a friend you can meet. Meet Zeno, and I snap and I summon Zeno, and I just kind of put him down on the ground, and I say, Jim, feel free to talk to Xeno as much as you'd like. You don't have to stop even,
As
but just get it all out.
as you're talking, Kismet, you can hear up above deck just a big thud as Lim kind of like yells in just like frustration, as you can hear him going like, son of a bitch, motherfucker, god. And Lim immediately starts doing some push-ups.
Yeah. Lots of push-ups.
Lim, wait, I hear him above deck, or I see him?
Yeah. You heard him above deck because you heard like a tumble and like a fall, and then you hear him like bang on the deck, and like immediately just like start like huffing and grunting as he's like fucking doing push-ups.
I just say quietly to myself. Well, not very surprising in how he's held himself in combat, but maybe he just needs some practice.
As you kind of mumble to yourself, you have Jim and Sure kind of hobble out of their little hut that they've made with all the wooden planks, and you hear them, hi, hello Zeno, hello, oh hi Zeno, hello.
I just let them talk to Xeno and know full well that Xeno will never respond and just walk away, and I just leave Xeno there.
Come inside, Zeno. Come in. You're gonna really love our little place we have right here. We have over here is the couch, and this is the living room. As you can hear inside, like they're like, and this is our TV. You hear a
I just command Xeno just to follow them, whatever they're doing, just follow them. Not like
even
take any actions.
Even before you like commanded Zeno to move, like Jim was already like hands on back of Zeno, like pushing him into the hole.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen. And then I go back up deck to see what happened with fucking the commotion up there.
As you make it above deck, you can see Lim kind of doing some push-ups, and Jacques is standing behind the wheel as Krasier is kind of sitting down on a barrel, petting Maximus as he's tightening a tourniquet for his wounds.
Krasier, do you have one for me? I am not doing so good.
I think I have some spares in here somewhere. Let me check my bag.
Perfect.
Fresh out, actually. Well,
Been
nice knowing you.
No worries, I'm just going to lie here on the hardwood. Jacques, are we going home?
I'd give you my bedroll, but that little stole it when I got to the island.
That's where
Oh my
where I
God.
was going when I first said it. Stay on the same sail.
Alright, I just lay down, start to rest.
Slowly cry to myself because I don't have a bedroll.
Seen you cranking out push-ups. We're getting this training in.
Push-ups.
No way, getting
him
this
out.
training in, fucking starting his training arc.
As you guys are making your way back, you have a few obstacles ahead of you. Currently, I will just make you guys a little dot on the map.
Let me drive the boat.
Let me draw the boat. Currently, you guys are you guys are off map at the current moment. You guys are somewhere,
Like top
up.
left.
yeah, like top left. You guys are off top left. You've yet to make it back yet. There is let me do some good old create a page and draw for you. Here's what's gonna happen. Here is the crescent of the island, right? This is the
Okay.
here's what. Oh my god. Okay. This is Origin Isles. There is
Sick.
your 5 islands out here. You guys are currently this little blue dot. You guys are right here. There's additionally a boat here and a boat here. They are fighting. There is a boat right here, anchored at the choke point. There is debris kind of floating all around. These green bits are kind of blown up ships and debris, cargo, etc. of ships, as well as another ship is docked down here, and those are the ones that you guys can currently see.
Which way is the ship facing that's blocking?
They are like.
Are they just facing?
They are. Like,
Can you give like a? Can you
I'll-
give me like? Can you give like a vision cone? Like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
side their side is facing?
Their ship is pointed this way. They're kind
Okay,
of
okay.
broadside anchored,
They're trying to
Um,
fuck people up.
waiting.
Okay.
Is that a Buster Sword? It looks like.
I would offer advice, but I already said I was laying down. So
Can't draw.
Can I make a perception check and see like what kind of rubble or what's in the wreckages, like what's floating?
You sure can,
On the
but
water.
you'd need to get a lot closer to see.
Oh, okay. We're still too far out to see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
In this
I'll-
instance, every square is probably like a quarter of a football field. So it's quite a distance away. You'd have to get up next to the different bits of debris to actually see what is in them.
I'll sail us down into this like triage of debris.
Okay. Yep. For that, give me a
What you need? I'm skilled in vehicles.
yeah, I'm trying to think
give me a
of
sailor check.
yeah, I was trying to see what role would be an
Give me a-
equivalent
let me
of
drive the
like
boat deck.
sailing. Like it'd be with advantage. You've been on a ship before.
I would say like athletics maybe, but that's kind of a stretch.
Give me
It could, it could just
just give me a roll.
Oh,
I am blanking. Oh my god, it starts with a D. What is the stat that
Dex?
Dex? Yeah, give me a Dex check with advantage. It can be any stat in Dex.
Where? I don't remember how to roll advantage.
You just roll it twice. It's fine.
Dex. What do I got for Dex?
Shift. If you hold shift, it'll roll with advantage.
Oh, look at Brian with the clutch. Double 13s, so double 18s.
All right. So, you are whipping the boat. Let me drive the boat. As you are kind of directing the guys to move, hoist sails this way, hold it that way, go steady that way. You eventually come up on a cluster of debris. You see some barrels, some masts. You're like slowing down a bit to come into the vicinity of these barrels.
As we're kind of rolling in, I'm going to kind of pull us a little slower. I'm going to yell down to Kiz. Hey, Kiz.
Yes. I like roll over as I like just started falling asleep. I'm like still laying on my back on the on the top deck. Yes.
Do you mind doing us all a favor and having your little friend give us a little eye above to see if anything's floating from these wreckages that we can't see?
Sure thing. And I kind of sit up and stretch with my arms out. You, this better gardener some shut-eye time for this. And I just say I say solemnly to myself, Jim and Sherd are not going to like this. And wherever Zeno is, I snap and dismiss him, and then I just read.
As you snap Zeno out of existence, you hear like through the boat echo, almost. Do you remember those playground, like metal tubes that you would yell in to like talk to your friend on the other side of the playground?
Yeah.
You hear that where it's like echoed and like distant. You hear it coming from the boat itself. You hear ah. What? Oh, where did he go? Where is he? Oh, sure, where
And
would I?
then-
And then you just hear like bickering as it like slowly gets quieter and quieter as they are like kind of like mumbling to themselves.
I snap Zeno back, and I just go, Jim, Sherd, he is here. He just has to go on the quick mission, and I just hold him up on my finger, and I just wait for an acknowledgement that they see that he's alive.
Oh, whew. That would have been really, really crazy to say that your bird disappeared in our watch. I am glad he is with you.
Yes, he can do that from time to time. If you see him disappear, he's just being called on a mission, Jim. That is all.
As
Zeno.
you hear, like as you talk to him, Jim is like replying. He goes, "I wonder if I can do that." You just hear him straining really hard. He's just inside of his like little makeshift hut. You just hear, he's like straining so hard.
I just let him do that. And I just let him try, and I go, Zeno. I know they are a very interesting bunch. I will try to keep you away from them, okay? For a little bit longer. Just do me a solid. Do me a solid this one time, and I just tell him to go up and do a lap around the wreckage.
As Zeno flies in a small circle, he's going to kind of loop around like this in this radius, checking all of these pieces of wreckage. Give me a perception check for you seeing through Zeno.
Alrighty. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Perception. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Actually,
Sorry. That's
Una momento. Ravens. Okay, for some reason I thought they had advantage on some perception thing. Okay, here you go. I rolled it. That's awkward. It fell in the corner of my screen. I swear it was a 14.
As Zeno kind of loops around the wreckage, a lot of it seems to be just like planks and like miscellaneous stuff, but he does point out to you, or you see it, whichever one you want it to be. He notifies you that there is a cluster of crates. He doesn't see any defining symbols on them or anything, but he does inform you that there is a possibility of something more, as it isn't just random planks or something of the like. Obviously, him explaining that is you just making up a schizophrenic scenario where he's talking to you. You just see that.
He tells me in his own special way. As I ask him to come back, I go, Jacques, it appears that there are some supplies, some cargo that may have fallen overboard, or the remains of a ship that has fallen. I will say, I don't see a mermaid anywhere around the wreckage, so I think we're good to go ahead and try and scavenge this.
All right, kid, give me a heading for the one first. And then whatever one he points out of the three first.
I point at the second one.
Yeah, the crate that you see is, yes, I don't. Man, you must have read my mind. That is the one that has the crates. So.
Let's go. Also, did anyone get my my Sea of
Yeah,
Thieves check?
your Sea of Thieves check.
Okay. Okay. Thanks. All right. Goat at the head.
As you're pulling up the boat, you see it kind of floating and splashing over the waves as a bundle of crates is loosely held together with some rope and cloth kind of draping over some of them as they're just floating on the top following the waves as you pull up on the side of them.
I look around. Are any of you guys getting this?
Just gonna look over at Lim.
Um,
Oh, Lim!
how? Ooh, does it not say? Okay. How far? Do we have like a rescue boat? We
Uh,
can.
there is no. Oh no, there's actually two little boats on. I couldn't remember the design of the boat that I gave you guys. There's two little dinghies on either side of your guys' boat.
Okay. If we're gonna pull up to it, then I'll go back to the back of the dinghy then to lower myself.
I was just gonna see if we could just use like a pole hook. Like, I'm assuming there's a pole hook.
Oh,
on
okay,
the
okay.
ship,
Do you have one?
And just like reach over and grab it. I'm assuming if this is like a standard like boat.
Any of the resources that you would think would be a common thing on the boat, it most likely is there. You would
Just have to look for
just
it.
need to find it or make a makeshift one.
I'm going to just walk up and down the top deck along the railing edges and look to see if there is a hook staff.
As you're
I'll investigate and see.
All right, as you roll your investigation, and as Jacques is kind of running his hands up the boat, you can hear Sure kind of mumble through the boat. Whenever this happens, you all can hear it, but it is directed in specific spots, depending on who specifically they're talking to. So in this moment, Jacques, as you're like running your hand on the deck, you can hear Sure kind of echo out from the railing. Are you maybe looking for something?
I'm going to kind of like squat down and just like look at the wall. And Jim, Sure, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can always kind of hear you. We kind of listen through the walls like we did in the maze.
Okay. Second question. And without telling them, I'm gonna point at my boot. And then say, can you see what I'm pointing at?
I do not know what you are pointing at, but if it is something that is on the boat, I may be able to help you. If you wanted to find your boot, I could find it for you, but currently your boots are on your feet, so if you cannot find them, then how do I be nice? Stupid?
Okay, so you can see things that are touching the boat.
Oh, see, yes.
Okay. I am looking for a hook pole. It is usually a pole that is anywhere from 6 to 10 feet that has a metal hook screwed onto one of the two ends.
Oh, yeah, Sure is on his way. He will bring it up. He is coming in 1 moment. He might be a little slow. He has no arms. As you can hear like an echo, I'm coming.
Thank you, too. And I will wait here next to Lim.
As you are waiting there at the on the boat from the stairs leading up from the bottom, you can hear one step at a time, like a wood banging on wood, thump, 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 thump. As he eventually makes it on the top deck, he has the hook hooked inside of him as he's dragging the rest of the pole behind him, as his little feet are flop, 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 kind of
No
slapping
way.
against the wood as he makes it over to you, and then he goes,
And Dylan's been watching a bit of too much of
What else
something.
is thumping, yo?
I forgot he's a little like weird human barefoot fuck.
Just kidding.
Like I just
As-
keep thinking he's got like Tangela feet.
Yeah. Except he has no shoes on, so they are little
Yeah.
toes.
He's not like the generic like just.
Wait, are they? Wait, they're not Tangela feet?
No, they're like
No, it's
they're like
bare human
actual
feet.
barefoot.
Oh, he
Yeah, he
I
grabbed
think you said it
onto
the
the
other
bear.
day.
Yeah, he grabbed onto the bear with his
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
toes.
With a-
Yeah, bro's
he
got
looks
his
like Homeboy
dogs
from
out.
One Piece.
Yes, yeah, but he's not a person. He's like
Yes,
he's
that's one
Tangela
little-
with real life human feet.
Yes.
He put his dogs in my bear.
He did
Yeah,
do
he
that.
did.
But as he gets up to you, he's like, here you go. I hope I got you the thing that you're looking for. As the hook is kind of like inside of his body and the pole is kind of hanging out the back of him.
Hmm. I'm going to grab it without pulling and
As
look
you
down at him and just go.
as you grab the pole,
Sure.
he goes, okay, I hope that's what you need. As he's like walking away, it like kind of just drags out of him with no resistance whatsoever. And then he just waddles back. You see him like scurry in like a little bit of a hurry as he goes back downstairs. So if you've ever heard like a dog walking on like hardwood floor, that's kind of what it sounds like. It's like
Oh no. We're
Slightly
gonna have to find
disgusted.
some socks.
Well, yeah, we gotta put this
Oh,
guy in.
the
No
Socks.
way. Telling him he needs socks is crazy.
bro,
Yeah,
his
put
entire
in some
life
grippy
he's
socks.
only had his grippers out. You're telling him to put it away now, trying
Oh,
to
don't
cover up
worry.
his identity.
I really hope we run into an icy area and he gets frostbite.
Bro, you're trying to get rid of him immediately.
I'm gonna slightly stunned by watching this thing slide out of the shrub. I'm going to walk over to the edge of the boat where the bundle of like crate barrel netting kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to holding the obviously the far end of the staff, kind of tilt it over and loop it into the netting. I'm going to turn it limb and yell at him. Lim, you wanna give me a hand with this? This isn't the lightest thing in the world.
Yes.
And together we will pull it aboard.
You guys can either both roll strength, or one of you guys roll strength with advantage.
What's your strength?
What, Brian? What'd you say?
I said, what's your strength?
It is a 0 plus 0.
So is mine.
And oh boy, I thought you were strong.
I dumped all my chanted decks because I'm a monk.
Oh, that's crazy. Well, let's both pray to God we get it.
Let's see who's luckier.
Neither of us.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
With enough force, you guys do successfully
Woo!
yoink the crates up. It is a bit of a struggle as they are a bit waterlogged, but as you eventually get them up far enough, whoever's in front is able to grab the netting and pull the rest up. As you guys land 3 barrels, currently none of them are broken open.
I'll
Hold on,
grab
I'll
the
be- hold on,
barrels
hold
and
on,
kind of.
I'll be right back.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I dumped all my points to the fucking Dex and Wiz because I'm a monk. That's what
Yeah, I
kill.
forgot. I forgot you're a monk, and I only remembered that you're just like an 8-foot tall dude.
I
I
am
was
I
like,
am in
strong.
yeah.
fact an 8-foot tall guy
Yeah,
that's gonna be
I know.
throwing a lot of wrestling moves here soon.
The minute Brian said monk, I was like, oh.
Sorry, it was dumping and it was just like thunder cracking.
I was like, I should have got Kryzer to come help.
I didn't know
I
it
grabbed
was
the wrong dude.
I got 3 on that, brother. I got 3.
Yeah, I
and
grabbed
5
the
on
wrong
athletics.
guy.
All right, but you guys do successfully bring them up, and your current inventory is one. Let's just say for the sake of inventory, 1 bundle of cloth that was kind of draped over them,
Okay.
a fishing net, like a standard size, probably like a 10 by 10 square of netting. After you guys kind of fix it up, it's probably a 5 by 5 square net, and 3 unopened crates.
5x5 net. What did you say the
It's a bundle of cloth, so whatever the default value is for a bundle of cloth is, then that's what it'll be.
Okay.
Do a
As
thing.
a good ship captain I am, I will stand the barrels up against the edge and use that netting to keep them taut against the railing of the ship so they don't go spilling around.
All
And
right.
then I will crack them open one at a time.
All right. Yeah. As you begin to pry them open, the first one you crack open is full of waterlogged bread and fruits. So there's
Uh.
only, after sifting through it, there is a total of 3 rations that are salvageable, that are able to be
Dang.
stored long term.
Can I eat a piece of soggy bread?
You can. It will give you no benefits whatsoever other than eating the soggy bread. But yeah,
I'm gonna eat the soggy bread.
That is
as you come over, you like look in
I
the
know that
barrel,
texture is great.
and
But he's eating it out of my like scooped up spoon
as
hands and
Jacques
spooning
as
it from the
Jacques is
bottom.
like kind of sifting through the contents, trying to see what's viable. You, Cradger, kind of go over, take a handful, and you're like, I've had worse. And you just kind of shovel a bit of soggy, mushy bread with like a little bit of fruit mixed in there, and you're like, it's not the worst thing I've had.
It's better than nothing. We need to eat something around here. Anybody else
The-
want some?
Nah.
I will pass.
You can go get some to our friends downstairs.
Oh, yeah, if, as you hear, like, echoing through the boat, if you could please take a little handful down here for me and sure, that would be very helpful and nice because I would like to try it.
Right. I'll see you in a second, boys.
I would also like to try some.
Alright, I will quickly run on down the stairs with a nice handful of soggy bread and fruits and pass it off to him into the little cupboard they made with their sticks and such. Here you go, guys. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you so
I
much.
guess.
That was very, very nice of you. And does your bear want some? I would like to feed him if so.
Hey Max, you want any fruit or some bread? It's a little wet, but I'll do something. He'll just kind of growl back at me like a little angry. I think he's good, guys, but
Oh, okay.
you,
Well,
you enjoy that.
I might save just a little bit for him in case he changes his mind.
Yeah.
As he like takes his like a little handful and kind of like just puts it off to the side inside of the box.
So considerate.
Very nice of you.
As
Thanks,
as you finish up your conversation with Sher and Jim, Jacques, you pry open the
Cracking
second.
the second.
As you crack open the second one, you see water is still kind of in the box. At the bottom, it is a lot of shattered glass. It looks like at one point it held some healing items. You can see that there are some undamaged bottles floating within the mixture of water and glass.
I
Yay.
will carefully reach through this barrel and pick out what good bottles I can.
As you reach in there, please give me a dex check. Another
Dang!
dex.
That dex better be good, baby.
Dex is good.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're successfully kind of moving away all the shattered glass. You're taking out the bottles. You successfully take out 5 undamaged potions of healing.
Oh.
Heck yeah.
Um, I'm gonna walk up to Jacques. Jacques, were there any other potions or anything in that crate, or just this that survived?
This is all I can see at the moment, but if you'd like to stick your hands in the glass jar, be my guest.
Um, well, it never hurts to get a deeper look. I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna look in the crate and see if I can. You said it's just like glass, and is it like the potions like as if they broke inside and got like mixed in, or does it? Is there no remnants of what may have been in those
Hold up.
vials? I'm gonna I'm just Dylan just went okay for a sec, but I'm just gonna try and
Mhm.
see if I can ascertain what
Your
was
juice
in
are not
there.
inside.
Yeah, because I'm the only nerd here.
Sorry, my
Mhm.
fiance is on her way back home, and it is pouring rain. She's like, "Can you open up the door?" So I'm sure she's on her way. But you were asking about the contents of the glass and if there was anything other than healing potions. Is
Like if I can ascertain like if there was other potions in there and the liquid mixed with the water, if any of the liquids from the broken potions are in there, or if it's just no discernible like anything that I would be able to glean from,
you
or I can roll for something to see.
No, I think you actually don't need to roll for it. Once you've taken a look at the water, you immediately it like clicks. You've seen, you know, in your different classes the mixtures of potions you've had to make and classes you've had to soft through. You can see that this is a concoction you've not quite seen, and you don't know what the potentials of consuming said mystery liquid would be, but you can see that a large base of it is that of a health potion.
Okay. Now and the crate, does it seem like I guess I'll look at the potions themselves. I ask Jacques, do you mind if I inspect one of these for a moment?
You do whatever your little heart desires, my friend.
I just take one of the potions and I look at the potion, kind of the cork inside, and kind of them all together. If it was like, and this may put or string along a story of these crates. If this was like a shipment of these potions, or if maybe all of the potions may be different in a little aspect, that it was someone's ship that had these on them, or if it was a shipment of goods that we intercepted.
Hold up, she's calling me.
Damn. Yeah, exactly.
Well, may never know.
Oof. So actually, our ship just spontaneously sets on fire, and
Also, I think I have something to maybe get past the anchored ship if there are people aboard.
Oh, I figured we were just getting
My
firebomb on it.
Well, my idea is to run, like, to go along the edge like this. Hold on, wait, I'll just draw on the map real quick and then I'll get rid of it. Like, my, like, nerd plan is to go this way. You know what I mean? So they won't have a line of fire on us.
Yeah, that was my next.
Oh, I was gonna say we all kind of play dead and then have Sure talk to the other ship as the ship.
oh,
So they think
dude,
it's like haunted and they
fucking
like start
intercom?
tweaking and they leave.
Or wait, if we could honestly, like, if we could get one of them to go on the ship, maybe he could like contaminate it somehow. You know what I mean?
Back. So please, sorry, reiterate what you asked me.
Okay, so in short, I just wanted to ascertain if I could, looking at the 3 crates, looking at the one with the opened and the second with the healing items, looking at the vials themselves, the potion vials, looking if each of the vials maybe are different a little bit, each of them, so that would look like it was someone carrying these goods that they've collected, or if all the potions look nearly identical in their make and construction, that maybe it was a shipment that was like this cargo was a shipment rather than someone's goods from a fallen ship. You know what I mean?
From what you can tell, it looks like a lot of them seem to be of similar make and model. It looks
Okay.
like a lot of them were healing potions, but there are different distinct bottles in there that don't match the same look as a healing potion.
Well, I think really to tell, we must just have to open the last crate. Jacques, do the honors.
Pop the top of the last one.
As you're popping the top of the last one, this one is really tight. As you're trying to like weigh it down, you actually aren't able to budge it as easily as the last ones.
Roger, you mind giving a man a hand?
Yeah.
Let's pop this boy open.
Crasher, give
Don't
me
give
a strength check.
That I shall. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah. Is it gonna? There.
Well,
As you're kind of
No!
pushing on it with all your might, the lid just comes up just slightly. It if it was like wedged together, it is probably came up half an inch. The nails, as you can see now, it is like, instead of just having the four corners nailed in, it is nailed in like the middle twice and the corners twice. It is a really, really secure crate.
well,
Take my
lads,
axe and swing the top of it open.
okay. See if we can't wedge it in there
Like,
and all
can
of us pop it.
Ah, damn, I don't
Yeah,
really
can I like try and
have
smack my axe
anything.
on the top? I'll be.
Wait, say it again. Liam, what did you say?
No, I was saying I don't have anything to. Let's say I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have like 5 daggers. We can kind of like hammer them
Knock
into
them
the
around
sides
the
and make
side.
it loose.
Is there any looking at the construction of this crate? Is there any with the baby opening that we created? Can I roll an investigation to see how the best way we can leverage potentially the harpoon pole and how we could place it in the small opening, and where we could wedge that in and use our force to crack it open, maybe?
Yeah, give me an insight check to kind of piece together in your mind how you'd use your surroundings and your equipment to
Okay.
crack open
Well,
this box.
my wisdom is 12. 15.
As you're thinking, you're like Jimmy Neutron brain blasting as you eventually realize there's enough of a gap to be able to turn the hook on the pole sideways and wedge it in to get more of a surface area. And if you use the pole's length to leverage torque, it should be able to open a lot easier.
All right, Lim. Place the hook in sideways and hold it there. Corrigier on the count of 3. Give it everything you've got. Make it up for your past. I won't say failure, but shortcoming. Okay.
Shogun,
Alright.
you think okay?
All
Here we
right,
go.
Lim. 3, 2.
One.
Corrigier, go. 1. And
As Krazier kind of forces his body down, he kind of falls to the deck as the torque is enough to send the lid of this thing flying off into the water. As it comes flying off, a bit of kind of packing material and like light sheets of almost like a plastic material come off with it. As you guys look inside, and it is a tight It is a
A barrel of Coke.
tightly packed crate full of mini powder kegs.
Great.
There's a total of 3 kegs in there that are kind of wedged in between the walls in themselves, with the like a fabric kind of placed between all of them, wedging them in.
Like smoke powder keg or just like
Like
powder kegs?
like
Gunpowder
a
keg.
Like
gunpowder.
explosive powder.
Oh,
Well, glad I didn't hit this bitch with my axe then. I'd have blown us the fuck up.
As you
I just
as,
look
as
at,
you look around, you can see that the way the box was constructed, the reason it was so tight, and the materials on the inside, it looks like the material knew it was going to be shipped onto a boat. It has a lot of layers to keep water out of the inside, and you can see it did just that, as the only bit of water, even while this crate was floating in the and getting hit by the waves, the light film of plastic and other packing material has kept these 3 kegs completely dry.
wow.
I'm going to take the like leather overcoat duster that I have on me and like throw it over the top, and like throw a quick rope tie around it so it like creates a shimmied lid to keep like waves splashing stuff off of it. Gentlemen, I think I have a plan for our little a blockade at the gate. Why don't we say we rest up and wait till nightfall?
Jack, I may have an idea as well, actually. It involves a friend Zeno and the package that we just found here. But at the rest, because I'm not doing too good.
I would like to sail us to like here, still off the coast, but just like sit here off the coast and like wait till nightfall, like farther enough to where we're not like in a threat area of the blockade at the moment.
As you sail over there, while this is all happening, as you begin making your way away from the rubble, you can see that one of the ships over here finally sinks. It is completely doused in flames, up in a heap of smoke, as the other ship begins to move this way. While that's happening, you can see out from behind one of the islands, another ship kind of makes its way out. You can see there is no time for rest.
Okay. Well, Kiz, your plan first.
Very well. Well, I do have if you may have met him before, his name is Zeno. He's a raven, and my idea is to let's just say use the insulation and protection of the powdered kegs within the crate that we had found, seal it to its original standard with no water entering, and I will include Zeno inside with a bit of tinder that we can hammer down to the inside of the crate, and Zeno will well, have the flint that he will strike across the flint across the steel inside, causing the ignition and exploding the crate. We can either I don't know what the best way of getting the crate to the ship will be, but that is my idea. Zeno could potentially remotely activate these powdered kegs inside of the crate. Potentially, if he is inside the crate as well. His demise will. I look around to see if Zeno's around, and I snap him out of existence into the pocket realm, and I go, "Well, be quite unfortunate, but After some rest, he will come back, just as brand as new.
How is this like a cliffside right here that the
Yeah,
ship is
so
next to?
as you guys remember from the beginning of the tournament, as you get closer to the island, the waves become a lot more volatile. You remember seeing one of the ships getting too close to the shoreline and crashing into a bunch of the jagged rocks that protrude out from the the island. And as you get closer to the bottleneck, there becomes a calm set of water right where that boat is sitting. Whoever is in this boat knows that the only way in and out of Origin Isles to get back to the town square is through them.
Hmm.
Is it? Oh well, if they're in calm water, if I shoot the anchor with the cannon, it won't really move. Shit.
It's not like calm, dead like lake water. It's just enough so their boat's not fucking rocking everywhere and they're not endangered into like crashing into either side of the
Okay. So what I just heard was I could potentially attempt to shoot the chain, and the ship will maybe sway enough to get destroyed.
it will definitely have them
On order,
move.
of course. Okay.
Or one of us could jump off ship and swim underwater to attempt to board their ship as a distraction. They attempt to divert their attention as we lay opening fire upon them. That is a possibility.
Dylan,
Yes.
is this cove, is this isle tidal water?
Yeah, I'd say it is.
Is it going in or out currently?
While you've been sitting here, you have not seen the tide move in or out, but with a history check, you might be able to distinguish what is about to happen.
Good luck me.
I lick my finger and put it in the air and to see if the wind is going towards the ship or away from the ship.
As you're licking your finger and putting it in the sky, Jacques is kind of looking at the water as you, from the time you left to the time that you have did your adventure on the island and have left, you notice that the water line on up by the coast was showing. It is no longer showing and is not getting any higher.
Alright, so the tide's it's low tide right now. It's not going in. Okay.
No. Sorry, it is at high tide. It is the tidal water that you did see, like the line where the water maxes out, like when you see on docks where it's like you see it rise. It is past that point. It is you can't see those lines anymore. So it is at its it is high tide.
It's currently at its highest tide.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, there goes my other idea. Shoot.
Wait, is the wind going towards them?
Oh, sorry.
I don't
The wind is on their back, because at the moment you really can't feel a lot of wind as you are up against the coastal side of the island.
We're at the coastal side. Oh, okay. How far out are we from them?
You're probably half a football field, maybe a bit further. So I'd say How far? How? Hold up.
50 yards.
50 yards.
Football fields at
Yeah,
100
yeah,
yards.
there you go.
This ship over here that won that fight. Do we see them still?
Yeah, you guys see all the ships. They are slowly kind of coasting towards making their way to the only opening. Except for one, you do see out in the distance, you see one boat that you didn't see before. It is going this way. It is going away from the island.
Well, that's weird. What the hell?
That's suspicious, but okay.
Well, gentlemen, I don't know much about seafaring combat, but I do know something about timing. The faster we act and get away, deal with the people preventing the the cove, uh, the lesser the chance that we have to deal with any other difficulties. And since we don't have time for rest, I take a healing potion and just pop one.
Yeah, y'all might as well do that. Y'all heal up. We're gonna be in some shit here in a minute.
I'm at
Take
7
one
out
as
of
well.
9. It'd be a
Oh.
waste if I.
I am
Oh.
2 out of 12.
Yeah, it's just
I'm
you
on
two
chug
then.
that bitch.
Okay, yeah.
How do health potions
Well-
work in Dungeons and Dragons?
If I'll find you the item. Give me 1 second.
It's
Or
if
if
you
you
look
can
on
do
your-
it
go to-
faster.
yeah, just roll 2d4 plus 2. That's or just go to potion of healing and then just go to manage inventory, click on filter, search for potion of healing. It's the white one. The white rarity one.
The whole goal of this was to get the compass, correct? That we found. So unless
No, because remember they
Um,
said there was things at each island.
they're okay. I forgot
That's
that.
why there's 5 individual islands.
Healing.
If you guys make
Five.
a history check, you might be able to recall the
I'm
tournaments.
attempting to recall.
What do I remember from my orphan childhood?
You completely accept the word of Jacques wholeheartedly, and as Jacques kind of speaks up, and he's like, yeah, I think the tournament was about going to these islands and getting whatever they had. As Kismet kind of hits the yeah, actually,
I did the wrong.
No way, actually.
Kismet, you explain to them, you're like, actually, I'm pretty sure when the captain and the Marines were explaining it, the reward for doing the tournament is the compass. Whether there is 5 of them or just one, the reward is the compass. And then bringing it back, they never specifically or said that that was the only reward, but they did say that was one of the rewards. But as Lim kind of already said, you have one of the thing that they said you would get.
Yeah, we yeah, they said that a compass would be a reward, but we have one already. There could be more. Maybe a cash prize. Who knows? I'd hope.
Maybe we get more compass.
More compass.
And maybe the compass that they provide will lead to a destination that has even more bountiful treasures. I'm unsure. But I'm sure that we have to act fast. So, what do we think is the next course of action?
We have 2 courses. We head first, straight down into the blockade. Try to slip past them as best as we can on the northern side off of their bow. into the cove, or we sit where we are currently, wait for these other returning ships to get closer, and turn this cove entrance into a fight pit.
I do think both are not bad decisions. I think the first of which has the lower chance of something terribly wrong happening. Less people involved, less chance that something goes badly, is my opinion. I don't know about you all.
This is,
I would rather fight
That's
one
what
ship
I'm
than
gonna-
4. Or one than
okay.
5, rather, even.
And
Then-
shortly, if we attempt to go in before any other ships may be distracting the one that is blocking the path, if we go in by ourselves, there's nothing to stop them from just turning just towards us. So that is a
So, I mean,
possibility.
we can
Then-
just wait, and at the sound of cannon fire, we'll just mobilize. That way, we won't exactly be the last ones, but we won't be the first.
Well, looking at our position here, there is a very good chance, and I just kind of go up and I kind of draw a map of kind of where the ships that we see now, and I show it to the group. With us being here against the wall, there is nothing stopping this incoming ship from targeting us, and this ship targeting us as well. If we, at this moment here, just turn, start shooting this ship here, we do have a chance and a line of sight to potentially defend from this ship coming in towards us. And as we're moving in towards the opening, we also will have a consistent line of fire as our side is facing every other incoming ship that is on the outside. If we wait, we run the risk of the people that come in later turning on us as well. So that is my input. Krajir, I'm curious of what Maximus thinks.
Maximus has been sleeping ever since you guys got the crates.
So, what I'm hearing is push in. How about we push in, fight first ship, use Kiz's idea to turn his pet into a bomb. We can push the barrel over behind the ship that is chasing us in, and then we can detonate that.
That is a good idea. Before we decide, actually, I'm going to try something, and I snap Zeno in front of me, and I just take out. I presume that we have flint and tinder somewhere on the ship. I mean, we're lighting cannons, so
Yeah.
I take out like a piece far away from the the barrel, the explodey barrels, and I put it on the ground and I give Zeno kind of a piece to put in his beak, and I have him try and like light the tinder.
How much weight can Zeno carry?
Since he is probably less than 5 pounds, not a lot.
Dylan, I would like to pick up one of these little mini barrel cake things and see how much they roughly weigh in my hand.
As you're holding it, it's not too terribly heavy, but you do question whether Zeno would be able to carry all of them.
We ain't gonna worry about all of them. Zeno, does Zeno understand me, or does he only understand you?
Yes.
Okay. I will continue with what I was doing the first time, and I will pick one up. And Zeno, come here real quick, and like have him see if he can pick it up and like slightly hover it like an inch or two above my hand to see if he can like actually pick this little barrel up and carry it.
I tell Xeno to do it.
Okay. He can't understand me. He only understands him. Understood.
I give Xeno the command to do so. He is a tiny beast. This is him. So he has a strength. He has a strength of 2. So I don't know if he can carry this little thing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. Dylan, he goes. I asked him to go try and carry it.
Tiny creature with a strength score of 2 can carry a maximum of 1.5 pounds.
Okay, it's not 5 then. These things are more than a pound.
Well, my idea of the. I look around. I snap. I snap.
I never said how heavy it was.
All right, I make Xeno try and pick it up again. Xeno, just this one time. It's okay. You'll be safe. And Xeno goes to try and pick it up.
Xeno grabs 1, but he is exerting all of his might.
All of his might, but can he fly? Or is
He
he moving at like half or quarter move speed?
he is moving at half speed.
Half speed. Okay, that is. Hold on. Half speed is 25 feet flying.
Yeah.
So.
I'd say so.
So. Because he has a base of 50, we could technically do this, or we could potentially attach a cannonball or something of the sort to a rope, and then shoot one of the chain shots. Tie a rope to the crate that has the bombs in them, and just have that guide along in the water, and then Xeno could. I look around, snap my fingers so Xeno disappears. Kamikaze, the enemy boat.
I was going to spare Xeno's life, assuming that since we have a standard supply of pirate boat materials, we probably have at least a couple 100 feet of fuses, like fuse like rope stored below. And I would just like to suggest we run a fuse and just let him carry a timed fuse to drop from above.
I think that's a great idea. I wanted to keep Xeno alive, but I thought I was putting the group first. So you tell me, I tell Xeno.
I would like to go downstairs and get 3. I would like to see how much fuse rope length we have downstairs first to supply, like, quickly.
Hold on. Let me refer to my notes of the inventory I made for you, my friend. One moment. I have 60 yards of I have 60 yards of rope. That is of rope. I don't have anything listed for. I just was naming. I don't know.
Intermingled in the rope is some fuse rope. I wouldn't expect a scholar who's never seen a boat before to know.
Yeah, I don't know the difference.
What a fuse looks like.
I will show him the difference between like a fuse line and a regular rope line.
As you look at the
thinner,
two,
more volatile line.
You see that 20 out of the 60 yards was actually fuse.
Hold on, I gotta Americanize it for me. All right, so 60
20 yards, 3 feet, yeah.
Okay.
Americanized yards is crazy. It is crazy. It is crazy.
I forgot it was a 3-to-1 ratio. I'm going to cut 3 separate 20-foot runs of fuse line.
Okay.
I will poke.
Hold on, I have to convert that to centimeters. Hold on.
He's got to
I'm
convert
going
it to
to-
fucking beans per toast.
Kelvin.
It's-
I have to turn it to. I have to convert it to Kelvin.
Kelvin is crazy.
It's 25.4 centimeters per inch. So
Okay, sorry, go. My bad.
I'm gonna take out a small dagger. I'm going to pop a small hole into the top of each one of these little kegs.
Okay.
I will stuff some of the fuse line in there, rip a piece of fabric off of my shirt and stuff it around the inside so it holds the fuse line in there,
Mm-hmm.
creating 3 pretty much time grenades.
Okay.
Gentlemen, the plan will be to come at this boat head on, as long as y'all can see my drawing. Once we are within 10 feet directly in front, we will slow our roll down, begin to turn sideways. As we start this turn, Kismet, if you could light a fuse one at a time and send Xeno over to drop these on them from above before we engage. This could be a very easy way in without taking too much damage.
That sounds like a stupendous idea. I bring Zeno back. No, they're talking about how great you're going to do, Zeno. Don't worry about the thing. Anyways, you're going to be carrying a bomb. Hope you're okay with that. So can you try and pick that up? I'm gonna have Zeno see if he can pick up the bomb with the rope on it, if he is having an issue with that, or if it's still the same.
It is still the same. As Zeno kind of grips his
Okay,
claws
okay.
around the top of the barrel, you can see that he's still exerting a lot of energy just for a single barrel. So the trips between dropping each of them may be
A while.
a while apart.
Okay. That's
Perfectly
okay.
fine.
So just to make sure, I am lighting a fuse. Zeno is carrying the lit fuse bomb to their ship, correct?
Yes, and then dropping it overhead. They will not be looking for this small thing in the sky as we approach them.
And last question, Jacques, as you appear to be very familiar, do you know how long until the fuse will run out and things go badly for Zeno potentially?
Fuse length burns. I don't know. I considered
Let's
it based off of distance.
let's make it simple. If in combat terms, Zeno would have, by the time the fuse is lit to the time the thing explodes, 12 seconds. So he'd have 2 in-game turns to get the bomb over them and to drop it.
and his movement speed's 25 feet. So
25 feet regularly, but dashing, it is 50 feet. So he can move 50 feet around.
Hmm. And we'd be
So-
10 feet from the ship when he drops it, so that works out, right?
Yeah, at least 10. So he's not like overly exerting himself. Like they
Yeah,
will
he's
be
just
more
kinda-
focused on us in the ground. He would just be dropping from above, unfocused.
Sounds good to me. I will count on you all to think of any plan B for if Zeno gets I snap Zeno out of existence. Shut up this guy.
We
Be
will.
bored, I guess,
we
and
will-
start scrapping.
Yeah, we will take regular measures. We will light these and throw these first, and we will board and quarter them.
Very well.
Throwing
Ooh.
cannonballs like discus.
I'm gonna throw
wonder-
these- I'm gonna throw these grenades like a discus.
No, that would require a lot. Never mind.
Okay. Are we how are we thinking confidently about this plan?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. I am ready, Jacques, when you are to proceed and go on this challenge.
Ready up, boys. And why didn't I take copy of my documents?
We are in
I will.
fact ready.
Distracted.
I will begin guiding us down.
Wait, is everyone at full HP or did it take shit? 'Cause
I'm
we got a
at
bunch of.
7 out of 9. I'm not gonna
I'm at-
waste a.
I'm
potion.
9 of 10, so
9 out
Okay.
of 15.
All right. Okay, I'm good.
Oh damn, it's coming down now.
it's not even raining here.
All right. As you guys start cruising up the side of this coast, Jacques, you are doing your best. You're everything in your power to keep the boat from slamming into the jagged edge coast of the island. And as you get closer, you're kind of coming head first at him, almost like a head to head. But you eventually whip the wheel all the way over, and right before they can see you, because the way the coast is set up, you're kind of obstructed. You kind of jet out from behind the coast, and just as soon as they see you and you see them, cannon fire from both sides as you guys begin combat. As you guys boom, 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 as cannon fire leaves from both sides, you're hit with a cannonball. Boom, broadside. They're hit with a few cannonballs. Doo-doom, broadside as well. As water begins to splash up and enter both of the holes, you see who it is. As you guys kind of...
Not the gamer girls.
As you
It's the
guys...
gamer girls.
As you guys make eye contact, you can see this brooding man with no shirt on, covered in tattoos, wearing a cape. No, or not a cape, but like a
Vest?
like an officer's jacket, kind of like a trench coat, but he's not like, he doesn't have his arms through it. He's like wearing it as like over the shoulders, but his hands can come out the front. As he's laughing and grinning with this gruzzled voice, you can see that this is the self-proclaimed Iron Crusaders. Ha 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 ha! Look who it is! Luckily I can put you down myself. I told you, I come out here for fresh meat like you.
If we all stay quiet, he will look very stupid.
And as you guys...
Yeah.
As you guys kind of sit there and you don't reply, he's kind of like getting visibly upset. He's like, You know who I am!
I'm gonna very loudly just say, "Who are you?"
As they're screaming back and forth, I'm going to yell at Jim and Sher to come up to see me.
You telling them to come up?
Or, well, no, they can hear me wherever they are.
Oh.
You want to do Brian's thing first?
What did Brian say he was doing?
Oh, I shouted back, "Who are you?" Question mark.
What, the Iron Crusaders? The guys that are gonna take you down?
Who?
That... Fire! As another volley of
Such a good
cannonballs. Toom! Another one. Boom! Hits broadside. As you can hear Sher and Jim below deck. You hear it echo from the ship. Guys, what's going on? I don't like this.
I'm going to yell down to Jim and Sher. Gentlemen.
Start your engines.
Hey, yo.
God damn it. Fucking train of thought.
I yell down to Jim and or Sure. I say, they're trying to take away your big wooden house. If you can, use the planks below deck to repair your house. If you want to
Yeah.
keep it as is.
Oh my!
He
Oh,
got it.
I
That's
need
what
to.
I was going for.
As you hear, like, Jim, he's like, what is it? What do they say in the book? Captain. As you can hear, little like scuttering of feet downstairs, as it is like the default like repair sound from any fucking video game. You hear like
No way.
No way. It's like generic power tools.
as it's like a combination of like generic power tools and like COD zombie wooden planks. Thump, 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 thump. We'll keep
God,
this
that's
ship
insane.
nice and tidy. Yeah, what he said.
I guess right as they're yelling at us, I'm gonna yell to Lim. Lim, distract them. Draw their attention, and I'm gonna go and try and hide like behind one of the cannons, and light the fuse and have Zeno go up. Or I'm gonna go run, and try and run, I guess, over to the left as far as I can, and have Zeno light the fuse and fly up, and try and drop that shit on him.
Okay.
Well, not drop it on him right now, but if you have a token, I'll tell you where I'm gonna put him.
Give me uno momento.
And I'm rolling initiative for myself. Holy shit!
I also need to. I rolled, but I didn't select myself.
It's fine. Just select yourself and then put back in whatever your first
Yeah.
roll was.
There we go. Okay, cool. Does Brian, do you want to go before me? Do you have something you can do during your turn or no?
Well, I don't know how to traverse the boats. Are we gonna jump? I'm assuming we're jumping, or we're doing like
I think-
actual like pirate type shit, and there's like ropes, and we're just like swinging over.
That could be a viable option. At this moment in time, your ships are. I don't know if any of you guys have the capabilities to jump. I'd say probably the 15-foot gap. So
Yeah, 15.
there are ropes. There is
The boat should have a boarding kit.
Hey,
No.
okay. I guess
you could look for
is
it, but
there-
it's not currently out. It wasn't like prepped.
Is there any like, I guess from where we are here, like reasonably accessible ropes that we could attempt to use in traversing to the other side?
There are ropes hanging from both of the masts. I will mark them with a little black dot.
Okay.
Here,
It was like
right next to Kismet and Maximus, and
Let's go.
right behind, or right in front of Lim. That is where the two masts are. Hanging off of the mast are loose ropes from the sails and stuff like that. So with enough momentum, you will be able to swing over.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, well, okay. Okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna stay going first. So I don't know if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
do
that's
any of
fine.
anything else before combat starts.
No, as Lim successfully rage baited the captain of the Iron Crusaders, he used his turn to command everybody to shoot their cannons. So at this current moment, he has nothing else he wanted to do other than kind of brew in you guys not remembering him shit talking you guys before he left the island.
Okay, that's fine with me. My first thing. So, quick question. This is just more of a mechanic question. If I were to use the rope, is my movement taken up by using the rope, or how would that work? So, like, let's say if I use 10 feet to get here, right? I move 5, 10. I go to use the rope. it makes sense that I would use holding the rope 15, 20 to jump off. At that point, I have 10 more feet. Would it just be where I land and then I have the 10 feet to use after I land, or would it just take up all my movement to use the rope and jump?
I would say after it wouldn't take any of your movement. It would take an action to swing from the rope over.
Okay. That's fine. I am going to. Okay, so if it's an action, that's totally fine. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 here to use my action to swing over, and then I guess is there like whenever I'm swinging to the other side, is it like maybe like 1 or 2 tiles within the closest tile to the boat?
Yes,
So that'd be
yes.
like here or here type of thing.
Yeah, I would say it's either
Just the first tile.
yeah, the first tile. There or there. Both of those spots
Okay,
that you
okay,
just
cool.
clicked on.
So I intend to get here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go roll. Can I roll acrobatics to? I'm gonna
Correct.
go run up, and then I'm gonna grab the mast. And as I grab the rope of the mast, I'm gonna jump, kick off 1 foot on the actual pole, the mast pole, and then pick my feet up with the momentum and try and swing across.
Yep, that works perfectly. Let's as you
Damn.
run and you begin to jump
That was
off,
so cool.
you can
What's the sound effect?
you can feel your foot begin to slip, and as you go to jump, you grab onto the rope tighter, and you end up I'll just move your character. You end up
Do like 20
here.
Pinata thing.
You end up
Oh.
here as you kind of swing, and then you stop, and then you like lose your footing, so you don't end up in the water.
Oh, well, hey guys, it's a little bit tougher than it looks.
I will say, the DC does get progressively easier as your character attempts, and this is a thing that will permanently stay. It is not a per battle kind of
Like it's my first time ever trying
yeah,
to fucking
yeah,
do this.
yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. All I'm doing as that's happening, I'm just going to with the last bit of my movement, go around to hug these barrels here. Actually, I'm gonna say like crouch. I know I can't actually cover, but I'm just gonna crouch down for the potential of any incoming range
I would
attacks,
say
and
that
that's
the
my turn.
sides of the boat are high enough to be like a Gears of War fucking Metal Gear Solid like half wall, so it's enough to crouch
Okay.
behind.
Okay, yeah, I do that,
God, they're gonna be fucking
And-
wall bouncing like it's gears.
and that's
Oh,
my
no.
turn.
Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get wall banged.
Well, that
All right, that's it.
body.
Oh man, I was gonna
Um,
say something, but that is definitely not streamer friendly, so I'm gonna keep it to myself.
I
Thank you.
have a feeling that I know what you're gonna say, so that's funny. I am going to stay just focused on steering, because that's needed. I will, however, use. Do I have a?
Mike,
do
did
have
you
a
say
light
that Zeno was at this moment flying with the barrel, or like he has the
begun
barrel?
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he begun.
Gotcha.
Like I'm gonna my intent for him is to spend 1 turn just going straight as fast as he can straight up.
Yeah.
And then over like the edge of the boat. So if he ever does get shot out, then it'll fall in the
Okay.
water. That's my intent. But whenever it gets to it, obviously.
I actually have no action since someone needs to actually focus on steering the boat, and we are not. I don't have a ranged weapon. So,
I would say, Justin, since Jacques is the most experienced at this, you can verbally help the others
Okay.
collectively if they want to try and do something that involves using something on the boat. So for example, if you were to go first before Kismet, you would have been able to say like, hey, here's how you jump off of the ship using
Yeah,
the
fucking
the
idiot.
ropes. I would say you'd be able to use your action
As like a
as a help
for
action
others.
for the others.
Okay.
It's obviously too late now, and this is more of a question, but would I have been able to help him, like, swing with the rope, like, physically I would have been able to push him or something, or not, because
No,
I'm
because
lower in the current thing?
due to the order. If
Gotcha.
you would have like established this as like a pre-plan before, then that could have
Got
been
it.
worked out. But during combat, no.
Gotcha.
I'm going to yell down to Lim. Lim, is your plan the same? Are you swinging over?
Absolutely.
What you want to do is you want to climb up about 10 feet on that mast and then lunge off and swing while you're holding to get a height advantage on your swing. You won't slip like some other people did.
Act like I don't hear that.
Yeah, there's my actions to help Lim.
Yeesh.
Okay. As you're kind of yelling over, you can hear the guy behind the so-called captain of the ship, as he also kind of pushes his chest out. He's wearing like a bandana over his head. He looks like he's balding underneath with like some stray hairs kind of coming out from beneath the bandana. He's also covered in a bunch of tattoos, a few scars over his body. He's kind of like string beanie in his like stature, as he kind of runs up and he's like, "You don't know who you're messing with. I'm Anvil, the right-hand man of the Iron Crusaders. Just wait until you see my wrath." As he picks up a board from his side of the ship, and he kind of kicks it over as it comes, boom, lands on top of the cannon on your guys' ship. As this board,
So out here playing Alpha Minecraft.
he kind of throws the board connecting the two ships.
What the fuck? I fell for nothing?
As he
I have nothing.
as he kind of runs over, and he
That's
like
fucked up.
he like readies his dagger on this side of the ship.
Well, at least I can punk on
Bro,
people now.
bro, he is just looking to get kicked off, bro.
He's currently on the ship. He's not on the board anymore, but he's gonna end his
Damn, I
turn
should've ended
there.
right there.
As another one, as he's holding the ship steady, kind of fighting the waves between the two boats in the coastal island. Yeah, as Anvil's the right-hand man, you could say I'm the left. I'm Forge, the left-hand man of the Iron Crusaders, as he's like holding the ship steady, and he kind of reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a flintlock, which for all intents and purposes is just going to be a fucking crossbow for rolling. And he's going to try and attempt to shoot at Krazier.
No way he has a blick. Bro, I'm geek. These dudes, I can only imagine. I would be dead of combat, just giggling at these guys introducing themselves.
Literally giggling, googling at him.
As he kind of pulls the glick out. He
An
sends
Oakland
he
mobile.
sends
Wait, the glick. The glick is crazy.
Got meat on the mind, huh?
yeah, man, he's got meat.
I got meat all on my mind.
As
Yo, meat all on my mind is cool. Ooh! Oh my god, bro. Yeah, you're dead. Actually, that's awesome.
Brother.
as Krasier, you get boom, single lead shot straight to the chest as you kind of fall back against Maximus as he holds you up. As Maximus kind of like reels his body in front of yours to block any other incoming shots. As you're like laying on the ground, Maximus kind of gets over your body as you're beginning to like fade in and out, and he's like keeping your head up as he knows that something bad just happened. Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with Forge.
Sounds like unsure of himself. Sounds like he wants to be cool and doesn't know how.
As Krasier, as your turn starts, give me a death save.
Yeah. Where is this
On
the...
your character sheet, there is
Oh,
a
set your HP to 0.
That's the...
And then
just
it should
quick
say
start
successes then
failure.
fails, and you click the little die in the middle, and that'll roll your death saves.
Oh my god, Crasher's already dead. Oh, GG.
So you would just mark
1,
and then as you're sitting there, blood begins to pool around your body. Kismet, the blood is beginning to like pool, and a little stream of it begins to like ball up. Not ball up, but like a little stream hits the wall next to you.
Wait, say that again?
The blood from Krasier.
Okay, yeah.
It's like pulling around him, and you see it like hit the wall next to you as you like
Okay.
take in
fresh red
you
bottoms.
take in the situation. You're like, oh fuck, he got shot.
Okay, yep. I just mumble some words under my breath in an intent for Crasher. That's it.
As it kind of rolls over, the captain throws his jacket off. You can see he's kind of jacked with tattoos, scars on his body. He's got shaved sides of his head, as the rest of his hair is kind of up in a like a messy bun. You thought you could get past us. You don't remember me. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be the last thing that you see before you're sunk in this watery grave. As he kind of pulls up, and he's going to... he ends up dashing, and he is... as he runs past his crewmate, he's like, "You got them!" As he runs up and he's near Lim, as he kind of readies himself. He doesn't look like he has any weapons. He's just kind of bearing his fists at Lim.
I wish this boat had a harpoon so I could just shot somebody with a 6-foot harpoon.
And as he gets to you, Lim, you can hear, "And I hope the name Captain Bluing means something to you when you eventually reach the bottom of this sea."
I'm gonna look at him and just cover my mouth and try not to laugh in his face.
Crazy.
Dude, no way you're fighting Bluey.
Off his motherfucker cloud cake.
Brian's dealing actual psychic damage.
As as it rolls over, lastly we have someone kind of yell, as you can't really hear them. They're very soft spoken. They're like yelling in lowercase. So you hear like off in the distance, I'm Quench. I'm gonna fuck you up. As it's like barely coherent. As he's like, you can see he's like visibly struggling to like load the cannonball into the cannon.
That guy seems like a real loser.
And as that happens, Zeno kind of grips onto the barrel tightly.
Okay, Zeno has 50 feet of movement. I would assume maybe he's 5 feet off the ground already. Let's just see what the distance here is. Okay, that's 15. I am going to have Zeno go straight up. I'm gonna have Zeno go straight up 30 feet.
Okay.
And so he's gonna go straight up 30 feet. And then I'm going to have him go the rest of his 20 feet right over this.
Okay.
So he's gonna be there. His intent for next turn is to essentially fly over the guy that has the anchor and then drop it. So
Gotcha.
that's the intent for the next turn. But that's all he's got.
As it becomes Maximus's turn, he's still nudging you, Krazier.
That's so sad.
Damn. I'm unconscious. I can't talk to him, can I?
He can still take his actions.
Yeah. I was gonna like tell him it'll be okay, but he ain't gonna hear me. I'm just fucking.
That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy.
All right. So he's gonna be fucking pissed off. First off, so he's gonna turn head and fucking run up to this motherfucker right here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna go ahead and attack him. He's gonna give him some beans. That's not how he gives him beans.
Beans.
I gotta roll both attacks, right? Like that.
Yep.
Something like that.
So
That's
as
me.
he like snaps at him, the guy kind of like backs up. He's like, "Whoa, where the fuck did a bear come from?" As he kind of claws him in his chest, and he kind of reels back. He's like, "Son of a bitch! I didn't know they were gonna have bears." As he like slams against the side of the boat, and like he's holding on to the plank.
Cool. That's that.
All right, Lim.
Yippee. I'm gonna look at Captain Bluey over there. I'm gonna look at him, then I'm gonna look up at the rope, and look at him again. And look at the rope.
All right. One, his name is Bluing, but I know it doesn't matter. I'm just saying for clarity's sake, his name is Bluing. You can continue calling him Bluey. It will piss him off.
I was doing that. Yes, for the
I'm
rope.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Dylan, for what I've done. To
No,
you.
no, you're good.
I've taken that and
it was bound to
adopted
happen.
it. Like, Jacques, do you want me to stay here so I can protect you? Because I think last thing we need is you know what?
The ship going wide and then crashing into the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. Wait,
I'll walk over.
here?
Sorry.
Oh,
No, I was asking if you want me to stay nearby so you don't, get
Nah.
jumped.
Handle work.
Okay, I will.
Handle my light work.
I'll
I can
climb
come
the
down and handle
pole.
him if needed.
As I'm climbing, I look back down at him and go, haha. I'm gonna climb up and attempt to swing over.
Roll with advantage.
Just an acrobatics check.
Yep, acrobatics.
All right. I think I fucked that up. Oh, I did. Double 19s.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Uh,
That's awesome.
You do.
I wish I did that.
That's
Uh,
insane.
You land.
Hey, thanks for advantage. Not.
Oh, damn.
One of these squares. Yep, there you go.
Damn, I wanted to try to do something. Fuck.
I mean,
I
you
just
can
stand
still
there.
you can still try. You never said what you were gonna do.
Okay.
You just accepted
Okay,
it.
okay. All right. So I kind of want to drop kick this guy in
Yeah,
midair.
you want to land on somebody.
All right, yeah. You'll get a little
Cool.
extra fucking bump.
Okay, so was swinging over and that was an action, correct?
That was your action, correct?
All right. I just want to double check my bonus action.
I'll say even if you can't, you can just drop kick, hit a single unarmed attack.
Gotcha.
To see if you successfully kick this guy in his shit or not.
Do I kick that guy in his shit?
You do in fact kick that guy in his shit. And
I'm going to add my fire burns, and since I landed an attack, I get to roll a d10 add that amount of fire damage. I'm gonna add 5 fire damage.
That's insane.
Man, I gave this man an inch. He took a mile. He
No,
lit this bitch on
that's
fire.
crazy. That's
Hey,
crazy.
Hey,
That's
look, it was an
crazy.
action. I get to use an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
That's
As long
crazy.
as I have a monk weapon,
That's crazy.
I
That's
needed to
crazy.
hit, and I just had to add it. That's it. That's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
This is how it's going, Dylan.
You kick him in his shit. He fucking bashes his head against the fucking mast of the ship as you then fucking hit him with some fucking avatar shit, and you in the moment of kicking him, he feels the initial impact, then fire erupts around where he's already hurting. Now his fucking upper half of his body's on fire. He begins to flail and run as you can now hear him, Lim, as you're really close to him, as he's like, I didn't even want to join, they made me, this fucking sucks, as he's still screaming in lowercase as he collapses on the ground. He's like, ah, ah, ah.
No
And then,
way.
Does he perish?
He does perish.
Damn.
No way you
I-
fire.
I-
No way you
I
firebomb
wanted
that
to keep
dude.
him as ours.
So I had a completely different thing that I thought of in my head, but that was crazy.
Brian's
I'm gonna be
like, I swing. I wanted a drop kick. I kill that guy. I wanted to keep him alive.
No. I was gonna land on him, and then the fire was gonna burn through his chest. It was gonna be cool little thing, but that made me feel really bad for that fucking guy.
I mean, you could do that. You never stopped me from describing the action, so
That's fair.
You-
I like
you-
yours better because
Okay.
it makes me feel bad. I'm like, oh damn, he shit.
yeah, it doesn't make you seem like a fucking cold-blooded killer yet.
It was sick though.
You know, if he had more HP, he was gonna try and jump overboard, but you know, you insta-killed him, so
Ooh.
R.I.P. that guy.
I guess I'm gonna go. So after that swing, how much movement would you
have
say? I
you
would
have your you were already next to the mast. You have full movement. Because
Okay.
it doesn't take any movement to move over. It just takes your action.
I got you. So I'm gonna move up and I'm gonna stand right there.
All right, Kismet. As you witness this guy fucking burn and perish as Lim swings over and kicks him in his fucking face and shatters his teeth and lights him on fire. You now you're thinking in your head, what can I do?
What I do is I look at the guy that has that the bear hit. How does he look damage wise? Is he holding his composure after getting hit, or does he still seem like he has some fight left in him?
he looks like he has some fight, but he doesn't look like he wants to fight anymore. Like he doesn't look like he's gonna die, but he's definitely scared of the bear.
Okay. I am. Wait. So also, Krasir, you took the healing potion, but you just never used it, right?
No, I did use it.
He
I
took
got
full
from
damage from the
1
crossbow.
Yeah, I got from 1 HP back up to 9, and then I took 9
Oh, got it.
from yeah.
Okay. I am in a memento. I am Okay. I'm going to go right here, next to Krasir, and I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna stabilize Krasir.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to roll medicine, or are you just that happening?
I'd say you guys have you guys are no medicine
I'm just gonna
check,
roll it
you're good.
anyways. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Anyways,
Good thing I rolled like shit and you didn't want me to roll it.
yeah. Yeah, got it. And so there's that. I don't have any I run out of Kajir and I kind of stabilize him, and kind of I'm like I get some like bandage quickly. I just the tourniquet the part of his body that got hit, and whenever like I go and press on him, I notice that um only I notice. Krasir may notice, maybe with a perception check on you, Dylan. I don't know. Whenever I'm pressing on him, the blood pools from like his wound almost around where my hands are. Like you know how like the like the static like board with like the little like magnet thing in the pen or whatever. How it like goes to the pen. When I put my
ferrofluid.
Yeah. Whenever like I put my hands there, the blood like perks up almost as I put my hands down.
Krasir, as you are like regaining consciousness, you see Krasir. Give me a perception check to see if you see anything other than him helping you.
Yeah. I don't see shit.
Perception. You in fact do not see shit. You are just happy to be alive.
I say, Krasir, do not worry. I will protect you as best I can. And then I just kind of stand in front of him, and also like keeping an eye on the battlefield, and also trying my best not to think about that. That's the end of my turn.
What is my movement? 30 feet?
Schmovement.
Schmovementium.
I'm going to. I'm assuming the ships are kind of like at a stalemate at the moment. Like we're not really.
Yeah, you've both kind of successfully
like stalled.
Like stalled at the moment, so you're not drifting one way or another.
Okay, I'm going to come down to this like broken ledge here.
As you begin to move, Jacques, give me a perception check. As you are currently at the highest point, or not the highest point of the ship, but enough to see.
Elevated.
You see a dark shadow in the water around your guys' boat. As it kind of goes under your boat and under theirs, it kind of dives deeper as you kind of lose track of where it is in the water. But you have a gut feeling that something's lurking.
Check what I just messaged you real quick.
No, it is.
Damn. Okay. Well, I was hoping for like throw flavor in.
It's
never
more
mind.
Cylindrical, typical like
do I know what this is?
You've heard stories.
Stories, at least, of
Yeah.
this.
I definitely butchered it, cause you know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna fucking send it. I don't feel like spelling. Dude, I just mashed my keyboard.
You absolutely mashed a keyboard. You stroked out there.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm going to.
Stroking it? What?
Yeah, I'm beef stroganoff.
Yeah, he's stroking off right now. I'm going to like look over this edge and kind of like stiffen up, look back over the guys like over top of the ship and spit at my feet and then spin around twice. Hey, gentlemen, get it together. We have to now leave. And even with this guy looking at me, I'm going to tell him if he wants to live, he either helps us or he dies. Like, we're not fighting this anymore. And I'm going to go back to the wheel and start getting the ship ready to move.
If you also give me a history check.
Crazy.
You remember that burst of water when you guys first got out into the open seas past the bottleneck? You remember that ship eviscerating.
Are we pointing into Cove?
You guys were pointing into Cove. That was
Okay.
you guys' original plan. So.
Okay. I'm going to yell over to Lim. Lim, get your ass back on this ship. Any means necessary.
Is there?
You two up front, drop the sails. We are leaving. And then I will tell Lim how to get back over the best I can with a little help action.
Yeah, that works. As you do that, the one guy is still so scared shitless of Maximus. He kind of scurries up back onto the plank, and he's like, "Captain, I can't do this, man. They got a bear. The guy over there is talking about we gotta leave. I don't know if this is our fight to fight." As Captain Bluing kind of turns around, he's like, "We're running? We're gonna run away from a fight? Us Iron Crusaders never run."
You didn't see the man spit twice in the ground and spin around in a circle?
As he kind of runs over, he looks at you, Lim, and then he kind of like runs up here. As that happens, the other crewmate kind of looks at him, and he's like, What are you doing? You fucking chicken or something? Why are you running away from a bear? We've seen those before." "Dude, you don't know. You've never been fucking hurt by. Look at my chest." As he's like yanking he's like tightening his grip on the wheel, and he's like, "We don't run." As he like fucking spins the wheel, and I can't move the map. His mast smashes into the front of smashes into the side right here, Justin. As you can see it, the ships are now kind of on a V angle as the mast smashes against the captain's quarters of your ship.
Okay.
This plank also falls into the water. And it's Krasier's turn now. You have actions now. You are at 1 HP.
I'm at 1 HP. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let me pop that back up there. All right, what am I gonna do? What is even worth me doing? What can I? I don't even know what's. Sorry, I wasn't 100% paying attention. What is happening right now? We are leaving.
Jacques said
from
that
Russia.
they're getting the fuck out of here. The guy that
Yes.
Maximus attacked said he was deuce-brangering back to his ship because the bear scared the fuck out of him.
Wait, is
And
Bear gonna attack of opportunity on him
he was
as he runs away?
he was not in range.
Yeah, no, because he was against the rail over.
Oh, he
here
fell back. Got it.
The one guy was arguing with the other guy, and he fucking said that if they're gonna die, they all might as well die, and he slammed the front of their ship into the back of ours.
Oof.
So the ships are at like a V angle now. And then it's your turn.
Shit. I'm on just. Is this guy still here? Yes.
He is still here.
Oof. Well, I don't want to go anywhere near anybody. I'ma just like my way, like over here and like duck against the rail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just sit there, try and get my shit together. And is there a way I can like, I don't know, am I able to heal myself in any kind of way, like with like medicine, medicine check or something? I don't know.
I don't know where
Trying,
you
like-
guys distributed the healing potions at or not, but
I don't think they ever got distributed further than like they got taken out of the crate. I think so. I guess
Jacques, where did you tighten?
Jacques would have the other three.
No, he tightened the
For-
crates
for-
to the.
Oh,
For flavor,
you
I will
did.
just say that they are currently in the barrels that are tightened up by the front of the ship.
Okay, well that's where I'll go. I'm gonna go grab one of them bitches and I'm chug that again because I
Alright.
need to not die.
So your potion counts are 2 now. You guys have 2 left.
One left.
No, we have 2. Cause we had 5
I
to
used
begin
one.
with. I took 1 and
I took
Kuban
one.
There's also, as you reach in there, Krasher, you do see that the water that is in those crates doesn't look like normal water.
Uh-huh. Let me get like a, I guess, perception check and see if I can see what I'm looking at.
Yeah, or you can
One.
give me a arcane check to
Ooh, arcane, arcana, sure.
arcana check.
Is the arcana? And also let me try and manage my inventory while I'm fucking.
You look at it, and after chugging 2 health potions, you're pretty privy to what a health potion looks like. You can see that the water is a mixture of health potions and other potions. You can't really make out what the other potions are, but you do know that the water sitting down there does look like a diluted version of a health potion and something else.
There we go. I need to take this potion of healing before I freaking do the not taking of the potion of healing. And is it gonna go? There it goes. Okay,
Nice.
lovely. Do that. Cool. Okay. I'm live. I'm here. We're good. You said I can't tell what it is, but it's like mostly like potion of healing.
Yeah. Yep.
Can I try and like scoop some of it up and just like sip it? Just take a little tongue tip.
Maybe
For
next
sure.
turn. Maybe next turn you can use your
Maybe
action
next turn.
to sip on the fucking stew.
Damn. All right. All right.
Promethazine.
Yeah. I like this though.
Sipping
I
on
like
y'all got the
I'm like-
fucking walk on board.
Yeah,
I took
I'm
the
a stupid.
wall.
To
That's crazy.
I took the walk to the kitchen. Any Hoosiers?
That guy's turn, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm done.
Casually,
Uh,
yeah, I'm done.
As that happens, Bluing kind of screams. He's like, "You all are useless! I can't do anything! I guess I have to man this ship and be the captain myself." As he kind of runs up and he's gonna try and swing on you, Justin. He kind of pulls out a scimitar from his side as he's going to try and swing at you.
Was it 16? Yeah, he hits.
Okay. As he kind of strikes you across your arm and chest as you try and block him, you're still holding on to the ship, the wheel, as he kind of bellows and laughs at you. "You really think I'm gonna let you get away? We're both going down if that's the case."
I'm gonna look back at him and, son, it's not you that I'm worried about. I'm gonna yell back over to Lim that he needs to like put some pep in his step, and then as it rolls into Nova's turn, I'm going to yell, Kismet, chains of plans, drop the bomb on the broken mask holding us here.
Very well. I'll tell Zeno.
Dive into it if you must. We need to move.
Understood.
Oh, Zeno. I said Nova. I don't know where the fuck I got that from.
Oh wait, is it whose turn is it?
It's Zeno's.
Oh, it's Zeno. I didn't know it was the end of the guy's turn. Okay, I'm gonna make Zeno.
I'm
where's the?
I'm assuming
It is,
if
yes.
no one
It,
is
yes.
Okay, where's the broken mast?
done. The black spot.
It's over
back
there.
here by me.
This?
Yeah,
Okay.
they just imagine the ships are in a V angle now, and the front of their ship is kind of wedged and slammed into ours.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the tip of their ship then, and then just Zeno can go right here, and then in Elvish to Zeno, I'm going to just say drop it, and then he'll drop the carpet bomb on
As
the tip of their ship.
he drops it almost in slow motion as this happens. The second it makes impact and the fuse gets into the barrel, poof, as this explosion kind of ripples, you all kind of feel a shockwave. Jacques, you kind of go deaf in your right ear as this explodes. The railing and stuff by you is completely gone. Their mast broken, fell into the water. Bluing kind of stumbles and he's like he fell down the steps a little bit. He's like kind of holding on to the edge of the boat as the two boats kind of coast apart now. You're facing directly into the cove with a straight shot as you're now free from the wedged mass.
My initiative roll just had to be worse than the birds.
What's that?
No, I was just saying my initiative roll had to be worse than the birds.
Oh. It is now Maximus's
And worse
turn,
than the bear.
I think, unless Zeno is going to do anything else.
No, Zeno's just chilling. Well, I guess Zeno will fly 1 feet over this way, but other than that, he's good. He's done.
What is Max's speed? Is 40. This motherfucker's still here, right? I'm gonna have Max.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the steps.
I'm gonna have him dash over to here because I think it's further than that's further than 40 feet, if I'm not mistaken. And then he'll make an attack at him. He'll try and slash his shit up.
In case you didn't know, there is a ruler button on the left side of Roll20.
Oh, to take the. I did see the ruler button, but I was like counting squares. I was like, they're 5 feet apiece, anyways. But yeah, I guess just take the first claw because I fucked up anyway. But
Ooh, lightning's here.
Yeah, the first claw misses.
Yeah.
The second one hits. So, as he kind of double paws swipes at Bluing, the one kind of slashes him across his chest as well. But he, as it happens, he kind of groans and grunts as he's like, "Do you think you scare me?" As he like takes his blood and he like smears it on his face as he like touches his chest wound and like palms his face. He's got like a handprint of blood running down him. "I'm not scared of death."
he'll just be all loud and shit and growl in his face. Stand
Oh,
up
we
on
got
his
that
back,
also,
2
dude.
paws, like, "Brr. I don't give a fuck about your shit." He ain't gonna speak English, but you know. That's all that counts. And then he will be done his turn. That's all he's gonna do. Yeah.
I'm gonna make a perception check and see if there's any way I can get back to our boat. Jesus, the greatest time to lose my eyesight.
I mean,
Well, the current way that you ran over was a 15-foot jump between one ship to another. Now,
it should
where
be
you're standing,
less.
it is a 30-foot jump, but as you look up at the front of their ship, due to how close they were, because the mast was jammed into the front of our ship, that is only a 10-foot gap between our ship and their ship if you go all the way up to where their mast was.
Okay. So what, like here, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I have to see what my.
Yeah, so instead of this being 20 feet, this is 10 feet due to the angle of the ships.
Okay. Oh my god, I don't know if I can even make that jump. Because I'm looking at my speed, I'm just not sure. The rope in the gear, how long is it?
In the gear?
Yeah, you know how you have like rope in your adventuring gear, in your inventory.
I'd have to look.
It is. I think it's supposed to be 30.
Yeah, I think it's 25 feet.
30.
25 or
25
30,
feet?
it's one of the two.
Okay.
I did say. I thought it did say it somewhere before. Now I don't see it.
Well, damn, that plane doesn't work because I would have to dash and I can't throw my shit and dash. Fuck. I think I'm kind of cooked here.
Dylan,
Yes.
if I was to yell to Lim to have him to tie the rope around his waist and to like lasso it over to our side, and I would either A, catch it, or B, like grab it and throw it onto like a piece of like the wooden posting, is that something that can be done, like as an action from him?
You'd be able to yell out to him. You wouldn't
Okay.
be able to use the help action,
help,
but you'd be able
okay.
to inform him of shit that you'd want him to do.
Lim, that's my idea. If you can't make that jump, tie yourself off and try to lasso yourself onto the edge.
Okay, I'm going to tie my spear, or excuse me, tie the rope to my spear, and I'm going to just chuck my spear over to the boat and hope it like sticks on something.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, sure. Are you throwing it anywhere in particular, or?
yeah, I'm trying to think of the best spot where the spear could possibly get stuck.
Between the railings.
Yeah, I'm gonna like try to throw it around here, try to jam it in between the railings.
If you want to throw it somewhere specific, give me an athletics check for it. If you're just gonna chuck it over, it'll just land on the boat. So you do whichever one fits you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it jammed. Acrobatics,
Um,
or just say
just a dex.
regular ass dex check.
Mm-hmm.
Click the one down.
As you throw it, it doesn't land exactly how you want it. It doesn't like stab into the wood. It lands between the posts, but you're not too happy at its placement, but it's not like you can rethrow it.
I'm gonna do the classic. I'm gonna like gather up as much rope around me as possible, tie myself to it. I'm gonna do the yank trick. How tall are the boats? Like how, if I were to take the step off because I have 5 feet of movement, would I like land in the water?
Yeah, you'd land in the
Okay,
water.
okay.
I didn't know what you meant by like how tall are the boats.
Yeah. I guess the distance of boat to water. But yeah, following my captain's. Well,
Nothing. I was just saying you're fine. You're fine. Yep.
okay. I'm gonna take my last step off the boat and fall into the water as I'm like hanging onto the rope, trying not to.
I'm just gonna move your character. You'd fall between the boats. You'd be pretty
Okay.
close because the boats were only 10 feet apart.
Alright. And yeah, that'll be my turn. I'm vibing. Currently
As
getting waterboarded.
that happens, Lim, give me a perception check.
Perception. Oh, that's a lot fucking better.
Lim, your gut falls to the fucking floor. Once you're in this water, you see a dark shadow beneath you. And as you're like grabbing onto the rope next to the boat, the water below you begins to rush upwards. In between the two boats, in the opening, in that 30-foot opening, where the boats are at at their widest, a large, massive Leviathan erupts from the waters beneath. Massive Leviathan bursts from the waters beneath.
Yeah, the nice little small one. Go back to that one.
As it crashes out of the water, the waves kind of push the boats further apart as you now know what Jacques was yelling about. As you look at this creature, a dark, deep blue shimmers from its scales as one of its eyes are completely blown out. It has a large scar across its face. As it kind of snaps in the water, its head goes down beneath again. It's coiling as its body begins to loop in and out of the water between the boats.
I am gonna try to stay as still as humanly possible so I don't stick out to this fucking beast.
As this happens, everyone give an athletics check to see how well you were holding on to the boat as it erupts from the water.
God, bruh, come on. Come on, dog.
This is athletics. Oh, I'm great at
I'm gonna
this.
drown.
Oh, nat 20! Don't let that 19 fool you. That's a nat 20.
As as the boat begins to rock and sway as you guys aren't anchored to anything, your boats become further and further apart. As Kismet, you kind of anchor yourself down and hold on to the mast. Krasir, you hold on to the crates and the ropes next to you. Maximus kind of lays down, clawing to the floorboards. Jacques, as you're holding on to the boat, you begin to steer your way towards the cove. And as you look over, you can see Bluing stumble and fall over the edge into the water. And Lim, as you're holding on,
Goodbye.
you can see your spear kind of bobbling and moving up top. You can't tell if it's wedged into anything, but if any more of this shaking goes on, you know that it might not hold any longer. As you're holding on to this rope, you can feel the water begin to rush past you, as you can feel that we're moving forward. But that also means that you are moving closer to the Leviathan, as it
Please, for the love of
hasn't
God.
taken any notice in anyone particular. It is noticing the boats mostly.
Yeah, buddy, I'm gonna just sit here and get waterboarded and attempt to stay as still as possible.
After that, we're out of combat, so now you guys are in the situation of large Leviathan bursts out from the water. You are now in a stretch of time needing to do something.
Can I climb back up?
You can try, yeah.
I'm gonna help him climb back up because I know he's obviously
Yep,
on edge.
I'm gonna athletics?
yep.
Please, for the love of God. 19, bitch.
And as you kind of, as you pull on the rope, Jacques, you step on the spear as you realize it's not holding on to anything, and if he would have yanked it, it would have went straight into the water, and he would have been adrift. So,
Oh, this guy.
as Lim,
Ugh.
as you yank onto the rope and you begin to climb up with all your might, Jacques, you're holding that spear down, reaching over, and you grab him by his hand, you pull him up over.
As that's happening, as a magic action, I unsummon Zeno. I send him to the pocket dimension. And then, so he's disappeared, and I yell at everyone, gentlemen, what is our plan here? Are we looking to leave? Is the Leviathan looking at us, looking at our boat?
It is not looking at your boat. It currently isn't occupied on either of your
It's
guys'
dead
boats.
staring me right now.
No. It is like coiling in the water between the two at the moment.
Do we still have the giant powder keg?
We have two smalls.
Is it like looking? Is it still high out of the water still? Like looking around in between us?
No, it is not looking yet.
So it's under the water.
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say,
It's
if we
under the
still had
water.
Charges, we could make them eat it, find a way to light it. That at least distract it.
That is true. We dropped down to full mast, correct?
Yeah, we're full sail into harbor.
Okay, we're going full sail to harbor. I am going to. Would I have seen Bluey fall off the edge here from where I am?
I would say you didn't see him fall off, but you look back and you notice he's not there anymore. So.
I yell out to the guys. So just to make sure, our plan is to go full speed ahead to the cove. And where is Captain Bluey?
Lost him in the wave. Yes, current plan is full sail into the shallows.
All right. Very well. Just make sure all the cannons are loaded, and let's stand in the middle in case the Leviathan comes back, the monster comes back. And we man the cannon and shoot it the moment that it comes back. Does that sound like a good idea, gentlemen?
Sounds perfect to me.
My best of thoughts, we do not shoot this. We have 2 more bombs, right?
I'll look
Correct.
over in the
Correct.
That's
thing.
what-
Yep, there are 2 more in here.
We need to
Um,
get its attention to the other boat if we're gonna make this.
Well, as I've said before, Xeno could prove to be useful. I will go into the Raven's Nest, and I will wait until he appears out of the water. When he comes up, I will use Xeno to distract him the best I can. Lure him to the other boat if I'm able.
As
Dylan,
yes,
what is the rough distance between like boat, Leviathan, our boat?
I would say it's 30 feet. The Leviathan is 30 feet apart from both of your guys' boat.
Okay.
He is dead in the middle.
I don't know what the explosion radius is on those little bombs.
And it will be quite difficult to try and do that in the midst of, well, him attacking if he emerges.
My only thought is to drop one
It's,
near the edge.
Blast radius of 20 feet.
My only thought is to drop one on the side of the Leviathan that is on the side of their ship. So that way, hopefully the Leviathan would assume that the blast came from that direction.
Dylan, is there anything I can roll to see if I've read of these beasts before?
Yeah, you can give me a history check if you want to do that as well,
right.
Justin.
Sure.
And this is not a fey, fiend, or undead. Yes?
Hey!
Correct, that is,
That's a natty.
Not.
And I got a 6. Hey, Jock, you got it.
Kismet, as you're like looking at this thing, trying to like brain blast and like remember, you for the life of you cannot you can't think of the words to describe this creature. As Jacques, you kind of confidently and proudly say, you're like, you've personally never encountered one of these, as, you know, those that do never see the light of day to tell the story anyways, but you know them by one name. They are the Knights of the Sea. They are the sea's natural guardians. At least that's the stories and the lore that you've heard. As for their real names and weaknesses, you could have, you know, your best guess is as good as anyone else's.
Gentlemen, if anybody has any ideas to make sure it doesn't look at ours as we're going away, that would be greatly appreciated, and just keep full sailing, hopefully, away.
All I have is a pamphlet and some daggers.
Wait! We have the box of the saggy rations, correct?
The
Correct.
saggy rations, correct?
Okay, we dump it overboard. If there's any sort of meat or anything like that, any sort of food that maybe is inside, with its animalistic instincts, it may misconstrue the rations that have been dumped overboard as some sort of sustenance for itself, in some capacity, and we can plant a bomb keg in that submerged crate.
I like that.
I like
and
where
I
this
go-
is going.
And I go below deck, and my initial list of things that were below deck that I took a thing of, there's 25 rations, good for 1 day each. I take 10 rations. and I look at I take 10 rations, and I fuck it. I put 15 rations in the crate with the
Okay.
soggy ones, and then I motion over to Jacques to get a bomb.
I'm gonna pass him one of the 2 left.
All right. I make a makeshift. If you want me to make like a tinkering check or something, then I can. I want to put all the food in the food in the soggy crate, and then use the same sealant padding and infrastructure of the crate to make it so that it's not like it doesn't get waterlogged when it goes in the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely ask for a tinker check. I don't know what we'd roll for that.
Usually tinkering is like your proficiency bonus. Well, I'm proficient with alchemist supplies and thieves tools. Usually for that stuff, it's proficiency
thieves
bonus,
tools.
proficiency bonus plus whatever main stat it is, or I just would do a d20 plus whatever stat you think correlates.
I'd say alchemy is probably the closest, so D20 plus alchemy.
Okay. Let me alchemist supplies. Okay, so that's just a d20 plus my int plus proficiency. So it'll be this plus 2. So 9. GG.
You realize as you're like trying to wedge all the food and stuff in there, the sealant that kept the powder kegs dry in the first place is hard to replicate in a crate that is this disheveled and stuff like that. You know that if you throw this in the water, that powder keg will not explode. That gunpowder is going to be wet.
Can I put just the food in the powder keg that already has the sealant, and then just take one keg out that'll just be exposed to the elements and hopefully doesn't explode on our ship? Gentlemen, if you're okay with that?
Yeah, follow me.
Okay.
Man, we still have a dinghy, right? If all goes to hell, we can at least.
Yeah, we got one ding boy.
Or we just throw the food off the ship, and then we just go as fast as possible.
We could put it in the dinghy, and it might lure it away.
Oh, even better. And then we could just have the bomb sitting in the dinghy, and we just shoot the dinghy. Liam, I knew you were good for something. And I go over to the dinghy, and I start putting stuff, the food and one powder keg in the dinghy.
Yeah, as you fill up one of the 2 dinghies that you have full of rations and the bomb, it's set. You've packed everything in there, and you've got it set up how you want it.
Do any of us have any range weapons? Yes.
That was my next question, was how you're lighting this.
Well,
I have 5 daggers.
you're proficient, I hope?
They are, in fact, monk weapons, yes.
Well, just tie a little bit of cloth to the handle of the dagger and light it before you throw. I think that's the best we're going to get.
Okay.
Okay, I push off the dinghy into the water.
All right, as you push the dinghy off, can you give me an explanation of how the rations and stuff and stuff how
Okay,
is it
so-
going to lure?
Chum the dinghy.
So my intent, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, party. What my intent is to have the crate, okay? Put wrap up the powder keg in like a cloth or something, enough so that just the fuse is exposed, so the fumes of the powder keg aren't exposed and causing the creature senses to sense it to not be food. I'm gonna then surround the keg with put some of the muddied food, scatter it around the dinghy, just like the seats and things. But I'm gonna put the rations that I took out, the 15 rations from our supply, directly compacted around the bomb. So if that it'll lure to the scent of it, and maybe by the time that it goes to maybe snatch out the dinghy, or it goes to eat it, or emerges to the smell of the rations and the food, Lim can see that as a signal to throw the lit dagger. Unless any of you have any other ideas, of course.
Sounds good to me.
I had my other bomb idea, so let's go with yours first. Mine'll be last resort.
Okay. Lim, are you ready?
Yay!
Okay. I cut the fucking rope for whatever is holding the dinghy up.
All right, as you cut the dinghy loose, it lands in the water. As it begins to drift away from you, the Leviathan is kind of not making a whirlpool, but kind of like swirling in the water as it begins to like circle your guys's like both boats. It begins to like go under and like make a big loop around both of you guys, as eventually it comes up. You can see it surface on a bit, and as it surfaces, you see it take a hard cut as it begins to head towards the dinghy.
Let's go. All right, Lim, keep an eye out.
Tell me when to throw.
As it gets closer to the dinghy, its head is up, you know, like a shark fin where you see it above the water. Its head is kind of like peering above the water like a crocodile as it dives right before it gets to the boat, as a wave kind of gushes and moves the dinghy, as it looks like it's trying to topple the dinghy with waves.
Gotta knock it over. What should I do?
Lim, when you see it come out, then light that bitch.
All right, as it kind of comes and circles back around, you can see again it's going to try and gush a bunch of water into the dinghy as it rips its head out of the water. At that exact moment, time.
Lim, go!
You. That one. No, it wasn't that one. Oh my god.
As you throw your dagger, kind of, instead of, you said it was a nat 1?
Yeah.
As you throw the dagger, you overshoot the boat, and your dagger lands right in the forehead of the Leviathan.
Oh.
As
Shit.
it goes back
Let me.
under the water, a giant wave topples the dinghy as food begins to chum the waters. As you see this thing erupt from beneath, kind of like the mosasaur scene from Jurassic World when it jumps out of the water and bites the shark. You see this giant cylindrical body pierce
I'm pulling a Willem Dafoe at the moment.
from the water as it snaps most of the food with a single bite, and as its body kind of falls backwards, it splits the waves. As this body begins to curl back up, you can see it's swirling around the rest of the food. It comes up, kind of opens its mouth, scoops it up, and it begins to coil back and come straight towards you guys.
As it's coming towards us, I'm going to how far away is it? Would you say from us, Dylan?
At the moment, it is probably 150 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna let the guys know. Gentlemen, if you'd like, I can summon Xena to perhaps distract it, if I am able. But other than that, I'm shit out of options.
You guys are here. The other boat is here, and the Leviathan is not that big anymore. Hold up.
Golly, you're fucking half the size of the island.
is it's coming. It's coming back.
I can't copy paste that shit.
Gentlemen,
I'm immediately going to. I want to look up to see which way the wind is currently blowing off of the sail flag.
You have the tailwind.
Okay. Using this tailwind, I'm immediately pulling hard to starboard, and I'm going I'm shooting for this sand.
Okay.
I'm just I'm shooting for these shallows right here,
As you
and turning full broadside onto this as we're peeling off.
As you're kind of rearing up on the shallows, this thing, is kind of made its way already to where your boat was, and it begins to coil. It is.
is it approaching and getting really close?
It is. It's probably closed the distance by half. So what? Around 75 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the back of the ship. It's following us, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it's trying to. Okay, I'm gonna go to the very, very rear of the ship, and I'm just gonna wait and hold an action to essentially summon Zeno. It's a 30-foot range to summon him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna summon Zeno at a 30-foot range to try and peck its eyes to distract it, and then make it fly around and then go the opposite direction. Right the moment it comes up and it's in range. That's my intent.
Okay.
Actually, it's I because the other one's gouged out from what we remember.
I'm going to yell down to Kismet. I think this may be the time. This will be a one-way trip for your friend.
He knows what he signed up for.
Okay.
That's insane.
As you're
Uh.
getting closer to the shallows, you can start to see the water begins to clear up. It goes from a deep blue down to a light blue. You see the sand getting closer and closer. As the Leviathan begins to close the distance, it's now 50 feet away, 40.
Now is the time to light this and send this directly to its head.
As he gets close, I close my eyes for a moment, and in that moment that he's going from 40 to 30, I say, "I will see you when the sun rises, my friend." And I snap, and then I summon Zeno 30 feet directly at the Leviathan's eye to go and just peck at it. And if it even takes Zeno to ram his body into it, just without care for his own life, he just almost ramming his body into the head of the Leviathan, or even just trying to poke its eye. That's his intent for.
Oh,
after
I
he's
was talking
summoned.
about giving him the final single bomb that I held from the two you took out.
You can
Oh,
reiterate the plan.
Sorry, that was my iteration of the plan.
Oh, I never knew that.
My bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We also have to hit the bomb if it goes on, and I already did it. Sorry, I already sent Zeno out.
As you send Zeno out, Zeno kind of pecks in and fails a few times as the Leviathan is bobbing up and down from the water. As he finds the motion, Zeno, as this thing comes out of the water, full Hulk dives into its eye as the Leviathan kind of shoots off to the side as it gets hit, as it kind of coils in a circle for a minute. It stops chasing for a moment as Zeno sacrifices himself to full on run into his eye, and as the Leviathan takes the hit, it kind of coils and flips in anger as it is flipping in and out of the water, as it eventually kind of coils up, as you see the humps raise in the water as it sits there looking at your guys' boat as it gets to the more and more shallows, as it begins to move up and it dives. As you look out and you see the shallows, you can see a dark blue kind of show up at the side of the ship.
This is terrifying. I don't like
If
this.
you would like, you can drop the bomb now.
And as it
Yeah,
raises
are we?
out of the water, broadside to broadside, its one good eye to yours. It raises out of the water and begins to move its body to almost use its full force to snap the boat in half. As it becomes out of the water, it comes to barreling down at you guys.
Are we like here per se,
I would say your current position is
or like?
you guys are here, and the Leviathan is right there.
As I tell me if this is too late. As I start to see it, the dark shadow come up. Can I make an action before it actually does come up to make a snap?
That's what I was hoping for. So yeah.
Okay. As I see the dark shadow come up, I'm going to look to the front of the boat and yell to everybody, get to the front. Get to the front, duck down, and hold on. I'm going to then pull out my dagger off my waist. I'm going to cut the said fuse down to like a third or a half even. Yeah, I'm going to cut it down to a half to a quarter. I'm short. I'm short fuse on this one.
Yep.
And I'm immediately going to, the minute I see its head show up, or I can start actually making detail out from under it, from under the water, so like right before it actually emerges from, I'm going to light it and drop it off the side and just lay flat on the deck.
You're laying the bomb on the deck?
No, I'm dropping it off the
Oh,
side.
okay.
On top of the head.
You throw it over and then you hit the deck.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. As
Because
you
I know
do that,
this is like damn near right next to me.
as you do that, as you light that fuse and chuck it, you fucking hit the floor. Boom. No sooner as you hit that deck, it emerges, and the powder keg damn near bonks it on its head. The second it makes contact, that fuse disappears. And in a moment of silence, it goes off. The ship gets kind of pushed to one side as you hear this thing roar and bellow like a crocodile fucking as it rears in pain. You can see a large black sear on the side of its head. As it looks up, you see its eye kind of gleam at you guys as it barrels to the opposite side away from you as it begins to make its way out of the cove. And as you guys kind of stand back up, getting your hearing back from shell shock, you see this thing barreling out of here. And in a moment, you see it disappear beneath the waves and emerge underneath the enemy ship that you guys were fighting as it cuts that boat clean in half as it makes its way out into the deeper waters away from the cove. And with that, you guys begin to ride the shallows up until you eventually dock back at Origin Isles. And no sooner than you dock, you are met with Finn, who's giving a small, slow clap as he gets up from leaning against a barrel on the dock. I can't believe it. I've witnessed a lot of these tournaments, and not a single time have I seen a single crew survive an encounter with the Leviathan. Do you guys even feel the weight of the situation? You went up against Scarface and lived. This thing has plagued these waters for as far as I can remember. And you guys live to tell the tale? Please at least tell me you are coming back with the compass. If you're coming here empty-handed, man, my victory speech is going to be short-lived.
I whisper to the guys. We have the compass, right?
Yeah, it's in whose pocket's got it?
Well, ain't me.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it.
It might be mine, then I just forgot to put it in my actual inventory in Beyond.
It was either you or Lim, because I was dead,
Yeah, you.
kind of.
Yeah, you were cooked. So it's either me or Lim, and that means both of us forgot to actually notate which pocket it was in
It's one of
D&D
y'all.
Beyond.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have it. I just wanted to.
As you guys are like,
I'm gonna note it now.
scurrying around. You're
I
like,
was
what? Where
gonna
the
say,
fuck
probably
is
you
it?
have
You hear little feet kind of pitter pattering, like running
Oh,
really fast from the
shit.
ship. Guys, I have it. We live. We live.
Oh, okay. That
I
works.
low-key forgot about them.
As
Yeah, a little bit.
as Jim kind of jumps off the boat, he's like, somewhere new, somewhere grand. Oh, guys, this is gonna be great, guys. Oh, what would you do without me? We would have sunk so long ago. You know how many holes were in the boat? There were so many. I used up all the planks.
Jim does have a point. They did keep us alive.
Thank you, Jim. You've done absolutely amazing.
Well, I think for my first time sailing and fixing up a boat, I think I did really well. And sure, he was a good motivator. I was, in fact, a good motivator. As he, like, did not make any sounds. He just, like, is there now. It kind of startles you guys. Well, what do we got here? You guys come back with souvenirs?
Don't worry too much about them. They're-
Souvenir?
I call them souls of the damned.
Sure. That's what we are. We're souvenirs, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I like that name. Guys, what's a souvenir?
breathing ass.
Anyways,
yeah, companions. You guys are companions.
Oh, companion souvenir. Yeah, I like the other name. I like souvenir.
Sure.
Okay. Anyways, I got the magic pointing. What was it? Compass? Yeah, compass. Right? That's what we called it.
Yeah. I'm gonna reach down and take it from him.
As he's like holding it up, fucking like holding it for you. Man, this is gonna be great. I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
showing
This
you
is
Fridge painting.
his macaroni art.
Yeah.
Well,
That's crazy.
yeah, I can't believe it. And look, you guys aren't alone. You guys cleared the way for the rest. As you guys see, like a few other ships come in through the bottleneck of the cove. This is just the start, boys. The start of something great. And we're gonna end the session there.
Let's go. We got
He
the.
got so hard he fucking exploded. That's the highlight of my night.
Can I just take a nap right in front of this dude? I need sleep. I need to. I'm hurting like a little bit. Not really, but like a little bit.
but it got slammed.
You
R.I.P.
did.
Xeno.
You did get shot with the blicky. I can't believe it rolled max damage either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
the dude
kind
took
of
the
fucked
whole.
me up, man.
Dude took the whole clip.
Yeah, dude. That
Bro,
dude. He
bro
literally. Yeah,
had
he literally got.
the switch.
Dude, he got fucking
You
mag
got
dumped.
which?
Yo,
Yeah,
he
the
turned
guy-
into Switch cheese.
No way, Nick got switched down. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Switch him down, nephew.
R.I.P. Xeno. Forever.
Yeah, he was that was a permanent death. Yep.
I have never
That's a-
rolled a nat one in such a fucking cinematic fashion before.
That is so funny.
Slipped
I
off
mean,
the boat.
sorry.
Hell, you man, look. As soon as I missed that shit, and that Leviathan started tweaking. Excuse me, Scarface started tweaking. I immediately hit that Rock Lee face. I was like, all right, bro, it's over.
You're like, oh fuck, what did I do? I know I was trying to blow him up anyways, but fuck.
That's so funny.
All right, just give me one moment to end the stream, and we'll take a 5-minute go over the session.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
All right, guys, that is the end of the session. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. For YouTube, make sure to watch the next episode, and if this is your first episode, watch the earlier ones. And for Twitch, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. And scene. I gotta wait for the water to drop. Bye.